What's up, guys? It's City MMA. Your boy Bryson here with
Joey.
And today we're breaking out UFC Fight Night London, Evloev versus Murphy. We hit for y'all last week. We're going to hit big again. I feel super good about this one and the next one. We're going to finish off March real strong. As just reminding you, we're not doing every prelim fight, but we break down the whole main card. We just pick the prelims that we're confident. I kind of like 70-30. Some of these, though, I feel more confident, but we're going to do this one. The first one is a heavyweight matchup between Mario Pinto versus Felipe Franco. Mario Pinto sitting in at minus 900. Felipe Franco is plus 600. I'm going Pinto all day here. He'll actually be our first leg at minus 900. I know that's a juice line, guys, but just play the KO. I promise you. Pinto's very fast and twitchy footwork. Great wrestling as well. He lands 2.72 takedowns per 15 minutes on 60% takedown accuracy. Pops out a very clean jab. I loved his last performance against Jonathan Denise, which huge step up in competition compared to like Austin Lane, who he was fighting. Now he's fighting a guy, Felipe Franco, who took his first loss on Contender Series against a guy who took it on short notice in Vidal. He's constantly chain wrestling. Shows good strength and athleticism, but this isn't Brazil, guys. When you fight low level in Brazil, there's really no good competition. So I'm loving Pinto here. I think he stuffs the takedowns. He doesn't rush the finish, so maybe it will take him till the round 2 to just get it right then. But Franco's going to gas out. Pinto's, he's English and Portuguese, trains out in England. Bing, bang, bosh is about to happen, brother. We're going Pinto moneyline and Pinto KO. Who you got, Joey?
Yeah, guys, it's going to be a fun one. Like Bryson said, though, Felipe Franco, I just don't think he's been battle-tested yet, guys. And all that training wrestling and whatnot, I just think it's going to tire him out. And I could see like a second-round KO by Pinto, maybe early third. And also, guys, Pinto has 100% takedown defense, and he does have very good jiu-jitsu. So if it goes there, he could put him in maybe a triangle and find his way out, get back up to the feet, and get him knocked out. He's 11-0. And Felipe Franco, on the other hand, he, like I said, not battle-tested, but he does land like 6 takedowns per 15 minutes on a 40% takedown accuracy. 40% is terrible, guys. And like Bryson said, he's facing regional scene Brazilian guys who really don't care about that. And I just think Pinto wins here. I don't see a way for him to lose. So I think I got Pinto moneyline and Pinto KO early round or late round 2. All right, guys, the next prelim we're breaking down for you is a featherweight bout between Nathaniel Wood and Lucien Chieta. Nathaniel Wood at a plus 195 dog and Chieta at a minus 235 favorite. Guys, Chieta, he keeps a super wide stance and he struggles when he's on bottom position. He's constantly putting on the pressure, but he does throw like a lot of looping punches, which I don't think plays into his favor. Very fast pace and powerful hands, but guys, it's he's throwing like a baseball fastball when he throws an overhand right at you. Nathaniel Wood, on the other hand, everybody knows him. Throws some nasty low kicks, which I think will play into his favor. Slick head movement and has a 54% significant strike defense, which is going to be even better for him in this fight, I think. And he has a great gas tank on him. At dog money, I got to take Nathaniel Wood. I just think he's the better all-around fighter more than Chieta is. And I see many ways for him to win more than Chieta. So I'm picking Nathaniel Wood money line and maybe decision. But who you got, Bryson?
Yeah, I'm a little suspicious with this line. Chieta coming in at a 2-1 favorite, minus 235 against Wood. Wood's like one of the most underrated guys in the featherweight division. He times his takedowns well, lands 1.46 takedowns per 15 minutes on 50% takedown accuracy, which is really good. He's been wrestling a little more. He took Delgado down twice and ended up winning that split. I know he can be chinny at times, but like Joey was saying, Chieta likes to throw these crazy looping shots, crazy overhands. He's very fast, powerful hands, throws a nasty right hand. That's what he's usually looking for. But he gets taken down so easily, and when he's on the ground, he has a good get-up game, but that's an octagon. I think that one's Germany or Belgium. where that promotion is, but it's just these guys are decent, like they're good grapplers, but I think the UFC is always on the next level, and the people who Nathaniel would have fought, I just think's better. Like Joey said, those nasty low kicks, I think that's going to have a good play if he sticks to low kicks and takedowns. He lands 5.74 significant strikes per minute on 52% significant strike accuracy. I really like Wood here, especially in England. I know they're getting the European fan base with putting Chieta there, but something tells me Wood's gonna just show like levels. I mean, guys, didn't we think Patchy Mix, Aaron Pico, Pitbull, all these other guys? Not saying they're Chieta, they're all different. But there's always a guy that comes in and he tends to be a favorite. We all think he's going to end up being crazy in the division, and then they get checked by UFC guys. So, yeah, give me Wood here at plus 195. I like the dog, and I'd actually play him by decision too, which might be like plus 5, plus 450. Really good value. Hey guys, the last prelim we're breaking down is a lightweight matchup between Mason Jones and Axel Sola. Sola's coming in at plus 105 and Mason Jones is minus 125. Guys, I'm going Mason Jones here. He's the second leg of our parlay. So the first one we got is Pinto at minus 900, Jones at minus 125. And the reason why I like Mason Jones here, he's come back from the UFC, has fought really good guys. He's beat Jeremy Stevens and Balaji Oki now. Pops out a very clean jab, has great wrestling, lands 4.17 takedowns per 15 minutes on 55% takedown accuracy. Shows some very good offensive grappling, has elbows, likes to make the fight dirty and ugly, which I love about Mason Jones. And the kid got hard. He's 30 years old, still young in the game. Kind of a hometown fight for him, fighting in England. I know Wales is right there, not necessarily the hometown, but I'm sure there's going to be plenty of Welsh people there rooting for him. Great durability / cardio. Throws a nasty high kick, too. He times that high kick so nice. He'll fake it, boom, throw it out of nowhere. Axel Sola. Man, I wasn't high on this guy prior to the UFC. I mean, I was watching his tape, and I actually took a jab at Reese McKee, which, he knocked him out in the third, but it was 1-1 going into the third. McKee was still making it a dogfight. He shows to have decent jiu-jitsu, decent defensive grappling, has a nice feint game, gets people to bite. Doesn't do well, though, when getting pressured. And, yeah, that's what Mason Jones is going to be doing this whole fight. He might get caught the first round, like some people are saying, but I really think Mason Jones could 30-27 him. I wouldn't be shocked at all. So, I'm going Mason Jones money line, and he's our second leg of our parlay. Who do you got, Joey?
Yeah, guys, I'm also going Mason Jones in this spot. Sola, he hasn't shown strong defensive grappling skills at all. And he's never lost a fight, which, whatever. But that kind of also scares me at the same time. Like, you don't know how to get out of certain positions. You don't know where your head's going to be at if you lose a couple rounds and then you're down 2-0. Mason Jones, on the other hand, like Bryson said, throws the crazy high kicks. His durability and cardio is next level. With the takedowns, too, I think it's just going to really make Sola really discouraged and not want to fight anymore. I could see an easy decision for Mason Jones here. I know the line is a little close, but I mean, I don't see a way for him to lose. Jones also lands 5.71 significant strikes per minute on a 41% significant strike accuracy. I could see Jones cracking him here, taking him down, and getting a ground and pound too. Also, like late second, early third. If not, though, I could see him just winning a unanimous decision on all judges' scorecards. So I'm going Mason Jones money line, and I'll go Mason Jones decision just to be safe. All right, guys, we're kicking off the main card with a fun middleweight matchup between Roman Dolidze and Christian Leroy Duncan. Dolidze at a plus 375 dog and CLD at a minus 500 favorite. Guys, Dolidze, he does good at holding opponents against the cage in a pretty good clinch game. But CLD, he has nasty Muay Thai and a kickboxing game. He mixes up his kicks to all levels, and he lands 4.60 significant strikes per minute on a 58% significant strike accuracy. And, Dolidze, I don't like him for what he did to Vettori, and I don't respect his last fight against Anthony Hernandez. I just think he looked a little sloppy in that. He also does have bad takedown defense at 39%, and he's always looking for the powerful counter strikes, which I think CLD will push the pace and get him in there. So I don't think that's going to be an issue for CLD at all. The odds are a little bit juiced at minus 500, but I'd play CLD decision. I'd really look at that one. I think that's going to be a nice, like maybe plus 200, something like that, maybe 250. I think it goes all three, and CLD wins the easy decision. But yeah, I'm going CLD money line and CLD decision. Who you got, Bryson?
I'm picking CLD as a pick at minus 500. But I think Delice at plus 375, you want to take a shot, I totally get it. He's fought the better level of competition. I feel like people are low on him because of the Anthony Hernandez sub and just domination. But hey, we saw Fluffy, Sean Strickland did what he did. Delice throws some powerful low kicks. But he looks for powerful counter shots, but awful takedown defense at 26%. Not saying CLD will take him down, but even if Delice tries to take him down, he has 39% takedown accuracy. That's just awful to me. CLD, he mixes it up like Joey said, throws a lot of spinning attacks. He does good at finding the range early too, which if he does, it's just going to be a clinic. I was thinking KO, but I actually love what Joey said about the decision. I could totally see CLD decision being a great play, and you'll probably get some value, like maybe plus 200, because I bet you his KO will be like plus 200 something too. Like it's going to be real close between those two outcomes. Big step up in competition, though. Let's not lie. CLD's last two fights, Pulaev and Marco Tulio. I mean, those guys aren't great. Delice has a lot of experience, light heavyweight and middleweight. It's definitely going to be an interesting fight, but I think CLD is the right choice. I'm just not going to bet him at minus 500, but I think he gets the job done, does more output, and just looks cleaner on the feet. Right, guys, next up we got a light heavyweight matchup between Io Baraneski and Austin Lane. Lane's coming in at plus 500. Baraneski is coming in at minus 700. Give me Iwo here. I think it's pretty clear cut. Austin Lane's a heavyweight coming down at 205, which let's see if he makes the weight this Friday. That's to be determined. He will have a big reach advantage, but I don't think that will be a problem. One thing Io showed on his regional tape, hasn't yet on the Contender Series or UFC, is he has really good wrestling, throws a nasty right hook, has 7 first-round finishes. He's never been in the second yet, guys. So I'm a little worried on betting him, but I would just bet the KO or maybe even round 1. Lane chin gets cracked very easily. He tries to stay long, uses his reach. Bad takedown defense at 33%. And then if people think he's going to wrestle and stall this fight, he has a 28% takedown accuracy. So I think this is a pretty clear-cut fight for Iwo. Super athletic, fast, younger guy, 11 age year gap. And it's his division. It's not Lane's. Lane's making the light heavyweight debut. So give me Iwo here, money line, and give me his KO, which will probably be around minus 200, but I would take it if I were you guys.
Yeah, guys. In this fight, I definitely got Iwo Baraneski as well. I think Austin Lane, former NFL player, he's just not a UFC prospect. He's been knocked out more times than Johnny Walker. He does the same thing as Johnny Walker, too. Leaves his chin in the air. Like Bryson said, his takedown defense is terrible. His chin gets cracked super easily. I've only seen the craziest knockouts from those two guys. He's been finished in all of his losses too, which doesn't benefit him. He's 13-7, by the way. So, Iwo, he's a different type of beast. He has 100% takedown defense, wrestle when he needs to. He's super athletic and he's super fast. And he like Bryson said, throws a nasty right hook. I could see a round 1, maybe early round 2 if Lane survives somehow miraculously. To round 2, but I got Iwo moneyline and Iwo KO in this fight. It's going to be a good one.
Guys, we got the featured fight of the night. We got England versus England here, welterweight matchup. We got Sam Patterson versus Michael Venom Page, MVP. MVP's coming in at minus 185, Sam Patterson plus 155. So a little context with this. These guys have trained together. Michael Venom Page came out on Ariel Helwani and actually said Patterson's helped him with his Shara fight, Kevin Holland, and the Cannonier fight. So Sam Patterson knows MVP really well. We got a 9-year age gap, 38 years old, Page, 29 for Patterson. About the same reach. Page will have 1-inch reach advantage. But guys, MVP's been having problems with the UFC with the pay. I'm expecting him to actually sign with Eddie Hearn like Tom Aspinall did, both English guys as well. I don't know. I just think it's a bad matchup for MVP, and they're really not doing him any favors after beating Shara and Cannonier. You think he'd get a bigger step up here. But MVP darts in and out very well, keeps hands low, attacks out on angles, but he also leaves himself to be caught on the chin. Has super sick footwork / movement. Slick. Sick too, though. Decent takedown defense at 66%, but he does get taken down. Sam Patterson, 13 out of 14 wins come by finish. He does leave his chin high in there. He has that tall man's defense when it comes to his guard. He attempts 2.8 subs per 15 minutes, guys. I haven't checked, but that might be the highest in the UFC. I know Hooper and McKinney are up there too. They're at like around 2, but 2.8, I don't think anyone's touching that unless they've had like one fight. He's very dangerous in the first round, Patterson, which I'll tell you what, he gets the first round, things are going to get very interesting with Michael Venom Page. So I'm actually going to lean the dog at plus 155. I think it's a great matchup. It's going to be a fun fight. I know England fans are probably a little distraught that it's England versus England. But give me Sam Patterson as the dog. This will be a fun one. Who you got, Joey?
Yeah, guys, it's going to be a great fight. Sam Patterson is a beast, and I've loved him in his past fights. He's got some real power in the hands and has a 49% significant strike defense, which is pretty good. But MVP, guys, like Bryson said, how he darts in and out. He times his counter punches super well, but he does struggle when he's on the bottom sometimes. If he can stay up, though, guys, on the other hand, I see him winning a easy decision here. Maybe a split. It's going to be a little close, but I do see him, winning in this spot. I like him a lot. I think Sam Patterson, though, if he does get him down, it's going to look really bad in the maybe second, late third because he might gas MVP out. But if MVP can stay on the feet, guys, I got MVP money line and MVP decision. Sam Patterson is a real beast, though, and especially them being training partners. I hope he knows his entries and how he's going to try to shoot and stuff. So I'm going against Bryson on this one. I'm going to go MVP money line in this fight. All right, guys, we're kicking off the co-main event of the evening, a featherweight matchup between Luke Riley and Michael Aswell. Luke Riley at a minus 275 favorite and Aswell at a plus 225 dog. Guys, Aswell, he trains with Van and he throws a ton of great boxing combos. He's super high volume. He lands 9.56 significant strikes per minute on a 45% significant strike accuracy, which is pretty crazy. Riley, on the other hand, he's a very patient, technical boxer. He times his counter punches super well, and he lands 2.55 significant strikes per minute on a 60% significant strike accuracy. I loved Aswell in the past, especially training with Van, but he does get hit a lot and doesn't have the best movement at times. His takedown defense is also pretty bad at 57%, which Luke Riley is like super good at, showing very fast hands, and then he can just take someone down with no hesitation at all. So I'm going to have Luke Riley in this spot. I think it's a really good matchup for him, and I got Luke Riley money line and decision on a long shot. But who do you have in this one, Bryson?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a dogfight. I like Luke Riley to have the better moments here and probably land more damaging shots. And it's going to be one of those close decisions, and I feel like some Americans and most people are going to think Aswell gets robbed. I agree with Joey, probably goes the distance here. Because Aswell is super durable. He has the more UFC experience. Great chin on him, even though he gets dropped here and there. I just think he's going to have some moments where he gets tagged really bad. Luke Riley has the crowd on his side. He just, and he lands like way less significant strikes per minute, but that's because Aswell doesn't really have that power. I agree with Joey. I love the 4-ounce Fight Club, but I think Van and Alden Korea are like some real ones. I don't know about Aswell here. I mean, if he beats Luke Riley, I'm going to change my tone on him, but Riley trains with Patty the Batty. They're putting him in this co-main event spot. He didn't look great against Bogdan Grad. I mean, Grad was winning that fight until he wasn't, and Luke Riley finally caught him, but he did put him to sleep. I mean, Luke Riley has that one-punch power. I do like what Joey said, times his counter punches very well. Very technical boxer. Got a good feint game on him. And some of his Cage Warriors fights I've watched, he likes to get into wars, and this is going to be a war with Aswell. So I wouldn't bet on this fight, but if I was to, I'd actually bet on maybe start round 3 or we'll go the distance. I bet you might get plus money or close to pick 'em odds. So play that way, but I'm going to lean towards Riley to just have the bigger moments, have the crowd on his side, and maybe even get a finish late, but I'm probably leaning towards the decision. All right, guys, we got the main event of the evening in London, England. We got a featherweight #1 contenders matchup. Whoever wins this has to fight Volk next. 2 undefeated fighters. We got Movsar Evloev versus Lerone Murphy. Murphy's coming in at plus 200. Evloev is minus 250. Guys, I'm going Evloev as our last leg here. So first leg, we got Pinto at minus 900, but I'd recommend playing the KO. You get better odds. Second leg, we're going Mason Jones at minus 125. And then to top it off, we're going the main event, Movsar Evloev at minus 250. So the reason I'm picking Evloev here, straight up, guys, Lerone Murphy, 51% takedown defense. Awful. Josh Emmett took him down. Dan Ige's taking him down. Let alone they're controlling him. Yes, Murphy has a good get-up game. Good striking. I know people argue he'll be able to throw the knee, some spinning elbows, up in the clinch like he did Pico. Evloev's not Pico. Evloev, to me, is going to be the future champ this year. I think he'll beat Volk, and I think he'll handle Murphy. Movsar Evloev, elite wrestler, lands 4.67 takedowns per 15 minutes on 48% takedown accuracy. Super athletic and acrobatic. His grappling's phenomenal. If you look at that Diego Lopez fight, Lopez's debut, or his Aljamain Sterling fight, I mean, this guy's intelligence is so good. Not to mention, I absolutely love that he trains with American Top Team. His cardio's phenomenal. Does really good in scrambles, has an insane gas tank on him. I just love everything about Evloev's game, and I think he's a smart fighter. And I think his striking's underrated. You go look at that Arnold Allen fight, or I believe he fought Dan Ige as well. Evloev just makes really good adjustments in the striking, and he's way better than people give him credit for. I know people are going to say, well, he hasn't fought and so. Well, all of them aren't on Evloev. This recent one against Pico was, but other people pull out against him, let alone they don't want to fight him. Look at what Lopez has done. Yeah, he lost to Volk twice, and you guys can say he's exciting, beat John Silva. There's a reason he didn't want this rematch. The same thing would happen. Lerone Murphy goes to the body a lot, very smart. Murphy's a high IQ fighter too. I just think there's going to be levels here. I mean, I'm not impressed with Murphy's performances against Barboza, Emmett, and Aaron Pico. I think the competition level's night and day here. And he can wrestle as well. Murphy lands 1.41 takedowns per 15 minutes on 54% takedown accuracy. But I don't see that happening. Aljo's a guy who was coming up a weight class and is a big guy. Murphy's not big. Who do you got, Joey?
Yeah, guys, it's going to be a fun fight, and I know a lot of people are going to pick Lerone Murphy at dog money because of what he's done in his last fights, but Evloev's a different type of beast. You know, his offensive grappling is next level. He lands 3.99 significant strikes per minute on a 48% significant strike accuracy, like Bryson was saying. He has good feints, and he times his shots super well, which not a lot of people give him credit for. And he's fought top level UFC competition. Murphy has as well, but I mean, I just don't think he's been as battle tested as Evloev has. Murphy on the other hand, he has an excellent gas tank too, and he does show good defensive grappling. But I mean, he can wrestle, but he only lands 1.41 takedowns per 15 minutes on a 54% accuracy. I just don't see him getting Evloev down with all Evloev's training. I think he's just a better defensive grappler and offensive grappler. I know everyone says, Evloev, oh, yeah, he doesn't get finishes, but this fight, he actually might get one, guys. I was going to pick Evloev decision just because everybody is going to do that, but I'm kind of worried. It's a 5-rounder, and I could see, Evloev finishing him like late fourth, early fifth, honestly, and getting him in like a rear naked or a darts or something like that. Just on the ground. Murphy, like Bryson said, has a great get-up game, but I could see Evloev, kind of working in the chess match there and getting his arm wrapped around his neck while Murphy tries to get up and just gets caught in something. So I got Evloev money line in this fight, and I'm going Evloev sub just to be a little crazy on a long shot. But I think Movsar Evloev is taking home the W on this one, guys. I see why you pick Murphy, but Evloev is just more well-rounded overall than Murphy is. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to Rain City MMA. We appreciate all the likes, subscribes, views, support, any interaction with our videos. We do this every week for you for a reason. Next week is UFC Seattle. Me and Bryson, all of Rain City MMA will be in the building. And it's gonna be lit, guys. We're excited to film that one for you. And we'll definitely have some content on our Instagram and all of our other social media to lock in. And you'll see our view and our picks, obviously. But this week, we know it's UFC London. We got a little bit of a 3-leg parlay cooked up for you. We're trying to go 2 for 2. First off, we got Pinto at -900, a little juiced. We're not playing that. We're playing the KO at minus like 210, 190, depending on the book you use. We use BetMGM. Jones at -125 and Evloev at -250, guys. Lock those in. It'll be a nice little parlay, and we'll see you at the cash counter. Let's go.